Today on Rappler. The Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3 experiences another power outage on Labor Day. President Marcos says China has yet to form the team for a communication mechanism on West Philippine Sea issues. A U.S. military official says the EDCA sites to be built in the country are, quote, sovereign property of the Philippines. The first batch of Filipino evacuees from Sudan returns to the Philippines. Golden State's Steph Curry sets a scoring record of 50 points against the Sacramento Kings. K-pop boy group Tomorrow by Together, South Korean rapper B.I., and Bruno Mars announce upcoming show dates in Manila. And P-pop powerhouse SB19 drops teasers for its upcoming comeback and world tour. The Philippines' main gateway, the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, is again crippled by a power outage. The NAIA Terminal 3 experienced the power outage at about 1:05 a.m. on May 1. In a press briefing following the outage, the Manila International Airport Authority says electric distribution firm Meralco was able to restore power by 8:46 a.m. Meralco is still investigating. A fault current triggered the main circuit breaker of NAIA Terminal 3, which caused the loss of power. NAIA General Manager Cesar Chong apologizes for the disruption, which has affected around 9,000 domestic passengers and 24 round-trip flights. Transport Secretary Jaime Bautista says it's time to do a full electrical audit of NAIA Terminal 3. Terminal 3's last electrical audit was in 2017. Since then, operations have increased with more establishments and air conditioning units. Earlier this year, NAIA suffered a power outage on New Year's Day, affecting more than 78,000 passengers with flight cancellations or delays. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says China has yet to form its team for a communication mechanism to avoid misunderstandings in the West Philippine Sea. Asked if he had already spoken to China about a recent near collision between the Philippine Coast Guard and the China Coast Guard in the West Philippine Sea, Marcos says he told them to finish creating the communication team they had discussed.
Hindi pa natin nabubuo. We're waiting for China to give us the details of who will be the team at their end.
Meantime, the United States also urges China to stop harassing Philippine vessels in the South China Sea. In a statement, the U.S. State Department says, quote, "We call upon Beijing to desist from its provocative and unsafe conduct." President Marcos is on an official visit to the United States, which includes a meeting with U.S. President Joe Biden. U.S. military Indo-Pacific Commander Admiral John Aquilino says the Philippines owns the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement sites that will be built in the country. In a meeting with Manila's acting Department of National Defense Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr., Aquilino says EDCA sites were, quote, sovereign property of the Philippines and will be utilized jointly by the Philippines and the U.S. and only upon the invitation of the Philippines. On February 2, the Philippines and the U.S. agreed on 4 new local military bases where American troops would be allowed to build facilities and put military equipment. Aquilino says the U.S. is ready to, quote, conduct cooperative deployments in order to protect the global commons, freedom of navigation, and maintain a free, open, stable, and prosperous Indo-Pacific. The Department of Foreign Affairs says the first batch of 17 Filipinos from conflict-hit Sudan returned to the Philippines Saturday afternoon, April 29. The DFA says 8 of the rescued Filipinos were hotel workers in Sudan who boarded a military evacuation flight following communication between the Greek government and the Philippine Embassy in Athens. Meanwhile, the 9 other Filipinos, including an infant, fled from Sudan's capital and boarded a C-130 plane of the Saudi Royal Air Force bound for Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The DFA says a total of 610 Filipinos left Khartoum and 391 crossed the Egyptian side of the border. The embassies are arranging their temporary visas and repatriation flights, while the Department of Migrant Workers and Overseas Workers Welfare Administration are preparing shelter and welfare assistance for them. Another 45 Filipinos are expected to be evacuated by sea from Sudan to Saudi Arabia. Steph Curry sets a Game 7 scoring record with 50 points as the Golden State Warriors keep its championship repeat dreams alive with a 120-100 win over the Sacramento Kings. On Sunday, April 30, the Kings, making their first postseason appearance in 17 years, had the home court edge over the Warriors, but Golden State won Games 5 and 7 at Sacramento after 2 earlier home victories to advance. Curry's 50 points are 3 more than his record in Game 3 of the 2019 NBA Finals against the Raptors, and 2 more than the 48 Kevin Durant raised against the Milwaukee Bucks in the Brooklyn Nets' Game 7 loss in the 2021 Eastern Semifinals. Curry sinks 20 field goals out of a career-high 38 shots and 7 for 18 on 3-point tries. Save the date, Filipino MOAs! K-pop boy group Tomorrow by Together is bringing its Act Sweet Mirage tour to the Philippine Arena on August 13. Additional details such as ticket prices and selling dates have yet to be announced. Meantime, Cornerstone Entertainment announces South Korean singer-rapper B.I. will be part of their Overpass K-pop music concert set for June 11 at the Araneta Coliseum. He will be joining Baekhyun of EXO and soloist John Somi. Grammy Award-winning singer Bruno Mars adds another date to his sold-out Manila stop. Live Nation Philippines announces he will now be playing at the Philippine Arena on June 25 in addition to his June 24 concert. Tickets to the second day will go on sale to the general public on May 2 from 12 p.m. onwards. Brace yourselves for a new era, 18! P-pop powerhouse SB19 just confirms a new EP in June and a world tour from June to August. The 5-piece act releases a 5-minute trailer for their upcoming EP titled PAGTATAG, which features comedian and actor Pepe Herrera and is set in a dark, apocalyptic world. PAGTATAG is slated for a June 9 release, with a still untitled single to be released on May 19. The group also drops a teaser on its social media accounts for the PAGTATAG World Tour, which will kick off in Manila on June 24 and 25 and will continue in different major cities in the United States and Canada. Ticket selling for the Manila shows will be on May 21 at 12 noon. SB19 also concluded its Where You At tour in December 2022. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.